is a real estate agent. And now we're in all our platforms live. And Elisa is going to tell us what's going on with the condominiums in the GTA. Thank you so much, Elisa, for joining us. I can't wait to see all the graphs and all the different things that you have prepared for us. Please take the floor.
Yes, thank you so much, Carla. Yes, indeed. So what were we going to be doing today? We are going to be comparing the fourth quarter, 2023, the condo market in the Greater Toronto area versus the fourth quarter of 2022. The numbers from the first quarter of this year are not ready yet. I don't know why, but that's how it is. So this is what we're going to be reviewing. For those who are joining us in Instagram, note that we are going to be reviewing some infographics. However, I want to be just talking about them so you can get a picture on Instagram what exactly we're talking about. And those who can access all our other platforms, please access that information and share it with anyone you think it may be useful information. So go to our YouTube channels, grab the link and share that, and subscribe so you can receive our exciting topic for next week. So so what we can see here now is that in the GTA, as we have seen in the news and we have felt it also those who will work in the industry, the demand for ownership housing continue to be affected by affordability concerns, right? By high borrowing cost. Buyers who were active in the market definitely benefited for a substantial amount of choice. And this meant that the average selling price were slightly lower than the fourth quarter of 2022. So looking forward, we believe that borrowing costs are expected to trend lower this year, especially by the end of 2024, at the beginning of 2025. And this will improve the affordability picture for many first-time home buyers. So the condo market will show some improvement. However, why also this is a good time to enter the market, especially for those first-time home buyers who have more liquidity, and of course those first-time investors, real estate investors. This is still a really good year, just like we were talking about. All last year was really good. This year is also showing very positive results. Why? We're going to review the infographics and we're going to tell you why is that so. So we can see here in the very first part of it in the condo report, for those who are not familiar with exactly what we call the GTA, and this is what we're going to be talking about. And there we're going to select two areas, downtown Toronto and downtown Mississauga, to talk about more specific in smaller niches. So please understand that all the numbers we're going to be talking about, and you have been listening that where you live is not exactly the same, is because this is not community specific. So if you have any question where you would like to buy, please reach out to us so we can, in a very personalized way, give you this information specific to that market, to that niche where you would like to purchase. So in the GTA, as we see it along the lake. So we have all the way from the west, from Burlington, Oakville, going through Toronto, and then we're gonna go to the east from Pickering all the way to Oshawa. Oshawa. That's the primary area with a lot of housing and a lot of movement, and that's what we are going to be referring to primarily. Okay, so let's see what we have next. What is the next slide that you have there for me, Carla? Thank you. Oh yeah, this is the condo apartment number of sales. Comparing the last quarter 2022 to last quarter 2023, we see that the number of sales decreased almost 3.5% from 3,560 units to 3,446 units. So yeah, it has been going steady, less sales, and that also gives us the point that I mentioned before, the affordability factor. So this market is not moving too fast, so the owners are willing to sacrifice whatever they were planning to get for those condos. So a little bit less of selling price. And that is bringing us for the last quarter, closing on the last quarter of 2023 with an average sell price per condo in the GTA for only $702,000, $700,000. And now,
Yeah.
this is a really good number because remember, we're talking about a huge average. We don't have the median numbers here, but we can be as low as 400,000 and as high, if you want to, even 800, 900. But this is just the average. So you can probably infer that probably you could be ready to jump into the market. And please reach out to Carla so she can do a thorough financial review on your portfolio to see if actually you can afford to buy anything during this calendar year 2024, or
Yes,
if not,
and
she can make you a plan.
just keep
Yeah.
in mind that at the end of the day, this is an average price. It means that we can actually find lower prices or higher prices. I was mentioning to Elisa the other day that one of my clients reached out and he was like, Carla, where am I going to find something around 400,000? And we saw that in Toronto downtown, there was opportunities and not too long ago that you could buy for 400,000 or around 400,000. So please, guys, don't think that these prices apply to every single condominium and the list price is 700,000. No, that's the average price. Be very careful when you read these news, when you read these numbers. It means that there are higher prices and there are lower prices as well.
Yes, absolutely. So if you could help me going to reach out the next slide, please. All right. So what are we telling you that you have had the opportunity as a buyer to negotiate? We can even tell from this slide that I'm seeing here. The days of the market for a condo apartment in average in the GTA has been 30 years on the market. And that is also give us a really good hint that the buyer has a power of negotiation, either for the price, for closing dates, and other conditions it may arise depending on the transaction you're doing. So still we have condos that are 1 month on the market. So buyers just go out there and start searching for exactly what you want. You have still in many, many niches the power for negotiation. Okay, let's go for the next one. Oh, yeah, and according to the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board area, we are seeing now a pie chart where we're gonna review, depending on in different areas, how the condo market is behaving. So we can see here that in Toronto, from all the condo market, 68% of condos are transacted in Toronto. Then the Peel region occupies the second place with 10%. I'm sorry, that's the third place. The second place occupying by 13% the York region, which is on the north. On the west, the Peel region with 10% on condo market. And then the Durham region with only 3%. And we were laughing about this, but no, just pay attention to the Durham region because traditionally it has been a residential freehold region, but it's gentrifying now, and developers are paying attention to it, and they are starting to bring very interesting projects to the Durham region. So now they're going to have more and more high-rise, well, maybe not that high-rise, but at least medium-rise buildings where you can take that opportunity.
Or townhouses, it could be, no?
Right, yeah, or townhomes as well, but this is specifically for flats, Carla, in buildings.
Okay.
So yeah, it's slightly different, well, a different market altogether. But yeah, so valid point. even though you may be listening to this program, but you want a townhome instead, which is also valid. And note also, a townhome that is under condominium corporation traditionally is more affordable than a freehold townhome. Okay,
Okay.
so there may be also many different options if you are looking into a townhouse. So yeah, that's also something to explore. Let's go to the next one then. And yeah, and in GTA here we have the average or the bulk condos have been sold in the range of between $500 and $600,000. So if we can access the next slide, what kind of, yeah, that's where we are. Yeah, that's the next one.
Yeah, this is the next one.
I
Sorry.
just saw plum, plum, plum.
Yeah,
Jump
tapak.
in.
Yeah, no, sorry. I but accidentally my
No,
finger.
that's perfect. I just saw something blue running around. So yeah, so now we're looking here at a slide that talks about the share of sales by bedroom type. So we have here three major bedroom types that are selling, and this actually is started happening this trend during the pandemic, and it's extending now because many people stay home working. So the occupying 30% of the bedroom type is the two-bedroom condo in the entire GTA, followed by with 25% the one bedroom plus den, and 20% one bedroom. So this is almost the entire market. So you see it's 20, 45, 55, 60, 75, 77% of the market, of the entire market, 70, which is very large, occupies now one bedroom plus den, two bedrooms, and one bedroom. And on the other side of the spectrum, we have bachelors and three bedrooms. Bachelors only occupy 2% of the market share, and a three bedroom one, 6%. Right. So this is basically I wanted you to see. This is specifically very useful information for those who are investors and they see exactly where the market is standing right now. Let's get into the next slide. Yeah, so now we're going to talk specifically about Toronto, the downtown core, which we call the sector CO1 and the sector CO8. So we're going to, if you go to the next slide, we're going to talk specifically now about this particular area, which traditionally is the one that appraises the fastest in the entire GTA. So the closer you are to the CN Tower, the probabilities are that your property will appraise more. There are many other variables, but this is the general rule. So we're seeing now a slide, sales by price range in downtown core is, we have here $600,000 to $699,000. So yeah, that's the average, right? We reviewed and the GTA $702,000 the average, and here we have the spread between 600,000 and 700,000 is the price of the sales in downtown. And the largest number of type condos sold in downtown core is one bedroom by den, followed by one bedroom on the third place by two bedrooms. Okay, thank you so much. And now we're going to talk about Mississauga. Well, it's not in downtown, it's not in Toronto, so the prices are more accessible to those smaller pockets. So, but it's a very worth it area to discuss and talk about if you want to live in Toronto, or if you're an investor who cannot purchase your first condo in the higher price range of $700,000. I mean, now public transportation has done a really good job to link both downtowns. So yeah, you could commute, and many people just stay home right now and probably go to work 2 or 3 times a week only.
Yeah.
So let's talk.
Yeah, and I can attest that there is a lot of construction in here, Ontario. Mississauga City Center is like right where here Ontario is, and they are developing a lot of infrastructure. So is a faster and more efficient way to go in and out the core 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. And what if you haven't explored in detail downtown Mississauga, just go. I mean, it's very pleasing to the eye. I love the buildings. The newer buildings have beautiful architecture, aesthetically beautiful buildings. Actually, I love them.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
So okay,
Wow, this
so
is pretty.
So, yeah, in Mississauga, the story is a little bit different. So, what dominates here, probably by 80%, is condos sold in the range of 500,000 to 600,000. So, we have that next bracket below where the affordability is, if that is a huge factor for you, that's where you're going to buy. And on top of that, you will be, you will receive a larger space as well, or maybe more rooms, because here which for this price between 500,000 and $600,000, most people are buying one bedroom plus den, followed by two bedrooms, on a third place by one bedroom. Yeah, I'm looking at just the slides are so small I cannot read them well. So it's slightly different, right? So in Mississauga we have more two-bedroom condos than in Toronto Core. The first place is one bedroom plus den, so it's slightly different. And now my favorite topic is the rental. So if you have been watching this and you are an investor, so you will love this slide. So we have here the rental apartments have increased tremendously by 2.6%, almost 13% from the last quarter of 2022 to the last quarter of 2023. But from the amount of 8,650 units rented to the last quarter increased to 9,745 units. So the increase is tremendous to be only, frankly, about only a year later. And also what people are renting mostly in these units, it's one bedroom condos. And the one bedroom condo average price the end of 2023 was $2,552, which I think it's a lot. It's a lot. If you're renting, I think it's a huge number. But if you're an investor, definitely it's going to help you a little bit in your ROI, in your return on investment, probably, and when you're making your calculation. So this year is still a very good year, just like it was last year. Things are going to start changing in 2025. I don't have a magic ball in hand, but that's what it looks like the market is going to go. So if you don't know exactly what to do, so get ready. You still have many months for this year to finish, so you can be really on time to try to jump on the market where the condos are lower in price that historically are, where you have a power of negotiation as a buyer. And if you're an investor, on top of that, you can rent for really good money. So that's basically what it is for this market. And I like very much what you mentioned, Carla, the advantages, if you are renting, right? What you mentioned, that you are renting, the advantage you have to jump into buying something, because Mhm. Yeah. And tune in next week, because we're gonna be talking about pre-construction, and Carla is gonna share with us all the things financials that you need to know for you to get ready in the pre-construction world. And we're gonna also be sharing some projects. So stay tuned and see you next time.